Siema, z tej strony Alice Big Bad Dice, gramy w The Thaumaturge, Taumatę, cudotwórcę, jak zwał, tak zwał, wiemy o co chodzi. Jedziemy z tym koksem, czas się wybrać do pralni, porozmawiać z Mordechajrem Hayatem. Że sobie pomyślałem, że może lepiej by było najpierw do gabinetu pójść, żeby więcej poszlak znaleźć, to może tak zróbmy. I pójdziemy do tego, do dorożki. A coś tutaj jeszcze jest? A, golibroda tu jest. Już byłem tego golibrodę. Cyrulik z Grzybowskiej.
My, I can see you need a haircut, sir. Is it no.
Jaki gustowny wąsik. A fryzurka. A, to mi się podobało. Delikatny zaczes też jest spoko.
But you.
Coś tu jest. Mam pocztówkę. A teraz dużo wolniej eks wpada za to znajdowanie różnych rzeczy. Stara apteka. Bardzo stara apteka. Urbex. No, to jest nowa dzielnica, tak? Czemu mi znikają już odkryte rzeczy? Jezu.
Why? Come on. Do you pester other thaumaturges too?
Of course not. The others, I dare
All right.
to me.
Przybysze. No jej. Well, well. Oj, cecha się wyłączyła. Tylko, że on nie dostaje żadnych, tak? Nowych stanów. Ten skill jest za silny. Szybciej się ładuje i mniej punktów życia wróg. No, przeżył to. Wzmocnienie będzie miał. No nie.
Have you had enough?
Never. There is no shame in losing to a better man. The way tells me to find you again soon.
You don't have any powers. What are you talking about? Your Salutors are two drunkards with a screw loose. Stop calling yourself a Thaumaturge.
But the title... I...
Biedny. No sorry. I tak wróci na pewno. Ulotka. O, wreszcie punkt dostałem. Tu Morgana będzie po prawej. Czyli w starych lokacjach też będą nowe rzeczy. A co tutaj jest? Ta gazeta już miałem wcześniej. Przegląd modowy. Stąd chyba nawet. Ogłoszenie. Jeszcze coś? Jeszcze coś. Lista sprawunków. Kolejny questik. Gazeta, artykuły w gazecie. Jakiś wiersz. Stary list. Dokumenty własności. On sam chciał stworzyć Golema. Amulet. Niszczenie ważnych racji było ulubione w koło ojca.
I have to find them.
Jeszcze coś. No teraz z nim porozmawiamy. Mirów. Czy dużo jest tych aktów? Chyba 3. A to w tej pralni, dobra. Ale Buda.
Nonsense!
But Abraham's beard
Shalom.
was. Did you hear about Praga? I'm in the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned through the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you like...
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Czegoś nie mam?
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I knew that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
Może tu się czegoś dowiem.
Is there something...
O, coś się dowiedziałem.
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's talk.
Też było.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more...
Coś wiemy.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Stains are easy to remove. Especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems, if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
I'm leaving now, but I can...
Farewell.
To już nic, czyli muszę iść do tej synagogi. Chyba zmienię wygląd, bo mi się nie podoba. No, tak jak było.
Please, come in.
Is it that obvious?
No worries.
Pęd chyba był, no nie? A fryzura ta.
So, you...
Nowego typu teleskop o nazwie Pluton. Mogę tu usiąść na wersję poczekać. To jest kawał wielkiego rabina i będziemy się bić zaraz.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet. You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
What's in the basement that's so frightening?
Hashem, something down there reeks so awful that...
Come now, don't be silly. Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand.
Wysłużona pewno... O.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own.
and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
Płyta nowa. Czyli tak mam zniszczyć Golema, sprowadzić go gdzieś, gdzie był stworzony.
What do we have here?
Salutor na targowisku?
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with a golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi. Mordechai Hayat. What do you know?
Dzięki, tato.
Rabbi.
I'm listening.
Mordechai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
I'll be off now.
Chyba wszystko tutaj, tak? Co tu się dzieje? A to ta stara apteka, no tak. Byłem tam przed chwilą. Kup chałkę. Tak sobie leży raport na ziemi normalnie.
Sweet secret. To chyba i tak nie wystarczy, żeby pozbyć się golema.
Mr. Shulsky again. Have a new theory?
I know about the pharmacist.
Beg your pardon?
All this is because Abraham Horowitz, isn't it? He lost his life, and the whole community felt it. Seems like you did most of all. I just don't get why Horowitz was so important to you.
community. Something you Shulskis don't know a thing about. Here, we take care of everyone equally. No one is more or less important than anyone. Your father's punishment was fitting for his actions and his background. The wrath of the Jewish people. A death for a death.
Was it worth it? A golem is a blunt instrument that kills and harms everyone in reach.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to teach my father a lesson, and you did. It's too bad innocent people died in the process. The building that collapsed on Stanisław, which was inhabited by people. Now all that's left of them are some damaged items. That's what happens every time the golem physically manifests. Random people lose their lives due to its untamed power.
No, it can't be. It wasn't supposed to be that way.
I don't think the punishment is adequate for the crime. Horowitz had something on his conscience. He must have, if both the Ochrana and the Socialists were interested in him. And what my father did, I can't believe I'm saying this, but his motives seem...
Oh, do they?
There's no trace of cruelty in his actions. He didn't do it for his own profit, but for some kind of greater good.
Without any specifics, those are just words.
My father and Sofer knew one another for years. Father knew the rabbi could be forced to create a golem if Horowitz was killed. They both took that risk. Sofer couldn't reveal that he knew Stanisław. He also knew that Horowitz had to disappear because he was a threat to too many people.
To whom?
That doesn't matter. You don't have anything to do with this, Mordechai. Just like I have nothing to do with my father's actions. I am connected to them only by my blood.
What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Ooh.
Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes, let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
Do podziemi. Co tu się robi, golemy? Prawdziwy bajzer, zobaczysz, robi. Salutor ucieleśniony. Zaksofer. Jeszcze jakieś ślady tu są? Chyba nie.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
What do you remember from the moment you summoned the golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that.
Your memory takes shape and forms into words. Talk to me, Mordechai.
I feel cold. Cold from the clay seeps into my fingers, into my bones. But the colossus I've been sculpting for hours is nearly ready. Sofer whispers the spell in Hebrew, but his words throb in my temples and soul.
Przyczepił się do niego?
The colossus comes to life and looks at me.
What did Sofer say then?
I don't know.
Speak!
I couldn't hear, I swear. I couldn't hear. Truly. Enough. I beg you. Enough. Your family and your blood deserved this curse. Enough.
O, poszedł.
Yet. How could Sofer have done something like this? And you, sir, how are you not ashamed?
Maybe I've treated Hayat unfairly.
You made him relive all that. That's torture.
I wanted to know. Anything might help us get rid of the golem.
Even so.
This place won't tell me any more.
And what have you learned?
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the Salutor. Hayat brought it and spent hours shaping the body of the golem.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
Well, there is someone. Normally, I'd advise against contacting him, but after considering these extraordinary circumstances, and with trust in your choice of a path to lead me down, I'm compelled to reveal that it's Ariel Rofe.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me, but I'll look for him.
Mercy rebuilds bridges.
I think I know where Rafa would tell me to shove that.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Shall we?
Let's get out of here.
Dobra, czyli nowy quest, tak? No to chyba będzie nowy Salutor drugiego poziomu. Szkic.
Well, there we have it.
No to chyba nie to. To ten teleskop. Nie tego szukam.
Can you feel it? He moves with the bustle of the market and the rustle of sand grains around the stalls. It feels like the sun is standing at its zenith and burning mercilessly. It's a visitor from a harsh desert land.
Dżin.
A Dżin.
Będziemy polować na Dżina.
Something. Where is it? Hello.
Would you like to buy some flowers?
Have you perhaps...
Here? Mister, there. How about a flower?
Maybe.
As you wish.
Ugryzek jabłka. Landrynki. Tu coś jest. A może i nie. Patrzcie, o, myślałem, że teksturę wylądowałem. Nie, coś tu jest, coś miga, widzicie? Rzeźba. Sprzedawca marzeń.
Good day.
And it even... I'll quickly find...
Well, I have heard that he has a reputation.
What are your wishes?
I should just tell you what I wish for.
Don't be bashful. We're all friends here.
Just name it, and I'll handle the rest.
I want freedom.
Miracles like this, I can do on the spot. What do you have free will for? You want something? Try it. If you don't try something, you'll regret it. Next,
Dupek.
make your wishes a little more material for me.
You grant wishes like Dżin?
Djinn? Mister, I grant any number of wishes, not some measly 3 or so. I've got djinns eating out of my hand.
And you can grant any wish?
Yeah, I heard he brought a real Persian cat from Moldova. Now that's something.
You know it. I have yet to have a customer come back dissatisfied.
I was just browsing.
Do come back.
O, coś się dzieje.
Wishes won't grant themselves.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
Did you think of any new wishes?
But I know that you've failed to fulfill one task, one wish, for a very important client.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, that was a simple misunderstanding.
Will it dawn on you when I mention cigars? Rolled on the thighs of Cupid.
No, it will not dawn on me.
Despite their uniqueness, these small pieces of handicraft from an exotic land fail.
That's enough.
So you brought others even more magnificent, resting in elegant cedar boxes. But they too were...
Well, I'll be. Picky, aren't we?
The manager of this establishment, the shitty vizier, who else? What does he want? His caprices cost me a fortune, and still, there's no pleasing him. I'm finished. Are you pleased with yourself?
You've disappointed me as well. I wish you carried a certain flaw, but alas.
Dupek.
Who the hell? All of...
Look what you did. And Maltsova hears about this.
To? To co, kwieciarka?
Have you made up your mind?
I'll have one.
It will be perfect for a buttonhole.
I can't help but feel that we've already met.
Surely you're confusing me with someone else, sir.
I know what I'm talking about. You left an identical flower on one of the... And earlier, you were looking at gold watches. Fearing the seller becoming suspicious, you gave up on...
Thaumaturge. I've heard a little something about
Jest.
tricks. Want me to show you real magic? Help! Thief! Help!
Stop.
What are you up to, pickpocket? Stealing from flower girls? You scoundrel.
You don't like breathing through a straight...
Gentlemen, I didn't do anything this manipulator is accusing me of.
Everyone says that. Well, maybe not quite in this way.
And people lose their belongings.
Sensowny trud.
After all, you're not angry with me. I'm not the one who isn't paying you. Your anger has a different source. Go to the source.
Yahim, the truth is cruel. Unfortunately, the pickpocket is right. What's the use of tormenting some small fry when you know who this is about?
Well, I wanted to tell you a long time ago.
Yahim, lad, I would never. Come on. As for you, you know what'll happen if...
I'm already gone.
Kwieciarka uciekła. Tak czy inaczej, dzisiaj będziemy kończyć. Jutro poszukamy i dzięki, że oglądaliście. Do jutra, cześć.